You nailed the motherfucking window shut, Frank.
About to get started in just a second, y'all. It's a storm out here. Pray for this live, man.
Pray for this live.
From episode 1 and 2, starting this rewatch, man. Gotta loop back. How we feeling today? This was a dumb move, Kenny. All right, y'all. Are you ready? Hold on. Almost ready. What is going on, y'all? Back here again. It is I, the hidden hand, responsible for everything going on in Fromland, the JH Review. And if you are here, that means you have loot back. We got to start all over again, y'all. How are we doing today? Change of plans today. I was supposed to be co-hosting with Brillo, the big review, but unfortunately, a storm came through, it seems, and his internet is down, and a storm is outside my house right now. So hopefully this goes through, y'all. But if you haven't already, man, pray for this live, because I need it. Oh man. So hopefully things rock through and I don't get cut off here. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get into some things. I'm going to go over episodes 1 and 2. Try to condense those down for you because I was watching episode 1. I was just supposed to do episode 1. And the next thing I know, I was into episode 2. And then after episode 2, I was about to go into episode 3. I was like, hold up, man. I'm supposed to be doing these episode by episode. So even rewatching season 1, I definitely got into it. I had to stop myself from going into episode 3. But we going into episodes 1 and 2 today. But yeah, once again, my cohort is not here today due to technical issues, and hopefully I can get through this without my power being knocked out or something like that. Fromland always trying to stop me, man. All right, let me get myself together here. All right, so before I get into things, I did drop a couple videos over the weekend here, so I'm gonna just do a little quick promotion here. Of course, got the From Lost series, so I make my comparisons from and Lost, and this one is a potential Easter egg, so y'all go check that out, man. How will Tabitha get back to Fromland, assuming she's out of Fromland? Also theory hunting. I respond to Parkland Media's theory, so y'all go check that one out as well. Season 3 predictions, and of course the live from last week, so make sure y'all go check that out as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get into things here. If I can get myself together, get this off the screen, Justin. Okay, all right, so where should we start here? Usually I like to start with hate, but I'm gonna start with love today. The MVP of episode 1. Y'all think it's Boyd? Nah, it's somebody else. It's this person right here. Hopefully I didn't scare y'all too bad with that one. That was meant to be a jump scare. But yeah, your girl Granny was MVP for episode 1 because I'm like, just first impressions, when I'm watching this episode, I'm like, okay, what is going on? What is this about? Do I need to give this my time? And then, of course, we got the scene where Megan, let's keep it monetized here. Megan got her music box turned off. Okay. So of course, we're gonna look back at that in just a second here. But I had to give props to Granny. Granny set things off for from episode 1, and just the series overall. Is just that moment you're like, ish is real. Okay. Um, all right. Where am I here? I'm all over the place. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the recap here. Of course, I'm going to recap the episodes. I'm going to touch on key elements here, but the purpose of this series is to dig and find out what we missed. Let's go back, make connections. But of course, I'm going to go over top moments and highlights and things like that. But I want to just be like straight recapping the episode that we already saw. And for those of you who have not seen the series yet, I would highly suggest y'all go watch season 2 because I will go back and forth and make connection between season 1 and season 2. I was debating on how I should format this show, so I decided to go that way. So let's go ahead and get into the recap here. Of course, we start off episode 1 of the infamous bell. We got the talisman. What's going on here? That's probably what everybody is thinking. And then the song is playing on the jukebox. We have to get out of here. And then, like, man, I do think the writers knew what they were. I think they knew what they had in mind as far as going into the series. I don't think they just, wrote the episode as they went along. Of course, you have both. We started the series with Boyd and Sarah here, and then we ended season 1 with Sarah and Boyd, right? So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, just setting things up. It looks like Boyd at this point, he's ringing the bell. You got this curfew. What's going on? Just from a first viewer's perspective, I didn't know what the hell was going on at this point. Also, another thing I want to talk about a little bit later on. I want to focus on Kenny's father, and was he special in a sense? Could he see things that others couldn't see? Was he more susceptible to things because of his dementia? And I saw a couple things that kind of made me wonder about it. And I do want to talk about Kenny's dad a little bit later in the stream right here, more than likely when I get to episode 2. But I will be talking about Kenny's dad. But of course, we got Kenny and Christy, Christy and Kenny right here. And good times, man, good times. But oh my, how things change. But yeah, so now let's get into what I really want to talk about. The first major highlight of the episode right here. Of course, Grandma sets it off. This all started with her, man. I didn't perk up until Grandma came on the scene. And of course, we all know what happened here, right? All right. And then after this, we get this infamous scene.
Motherfucker. What'd I tell you, Frank?
It got late and I didn't.
You got kids? You nail the window shut. You nail the motherfucking window shut. Frank, right? A man protects his family, Frank. A man protects his family. Look at what you did.
No.
Stop crying. Look what you fucking did, Frank. Open your eyes and look. Look at what you did. Look at them. Look at them. Look at her. Look at her. No.
Man, when I got done watching this episode, I'm like, they said F them kids, man. I was not expecting them to depict these, this stuff going on with these kids. You got Megan with her ribs out. And then Ethan gets a whole table leg stuck through his thigh. So they was like, man, help these kids. We finna mess some kids up today. So yeah, I gotta applaud the show for going a direction most would not go. Um, okay, so we talked about grandma already. Let's go into the Matthews here. And of course, my first impressions of the Matthews, I think Julie, I would throw Julie in the box. She was so mean to her brother. I would definitely throw Julie in the box. And then, of course, you got them going along the road, and then eventually everybody sees the tree, right? So I got to go back to that video here. Video that I did last week about that theory about Tabitha knocking the tree down to make herself. Um, Now that I think about it, that would make no sense. This tree is totally uprooted. Okay, ain't no way she knocked the tree down like that. But if y'all haven't checked that video out, I respond to Parkland Media's theory. So that is theory hunting if y'all are looking for that video. But yeah, so they got trouble coming along the way, and we move on next here to let's talk about Boyd's son here and just the day and night difference we see now. Of course, we didn't know what their issue was, going into this first episode. It was like, why does he have so much animosity towards his dad? What happened? Of course, we know the story. For those of you who have, seen episode, was it 8? Can't wait to get. That's probably episode 8 is probably, if not my number 1, at least number 2. I really enjoyed Boyd's backstory there. But we ain't talking about that one today. We'll get to that. So I was gonna play this game with Brillo here, but he couldn't make it today. But I'll go ahead and go with y'all, man. Let's see what we got in the comments. I see a comment here. I Want Smiley and Jasmine Back by Catherine Lopez. I Want Smiley back too, and I don't know what's going on with Jasmine. They didn't cast her again. She went, but yeah, I really would like to see her back. She's definitely another monster that set things off in the series. Let's go back here. All right, I had a game of pick one. You can pick only one. I was supposed to do this with Brillo, but he couldn't make it today. So I'll tell y'all which one I would choose. Of the lovely ladies here of From, I have to choose one. Would you go with Christy Prebangs, Spicy Latina Tabitha, a little freaky, a little dangerous Sarah, a seasoned vet Kenny's mom, a tough one? Hey, what's it? Donna, I almost forgot. Miss Touchy here. I forgot. Was it Trudy? I forgot her name. And then, of course, the beautiful Fatima. You can only choose one, fellas. Or, ladies, y'all can participate as well. But I was supposed to play this with my guest today. He could not make it because Fromland tried to stop him. Like it's trying to stop me. Oh, thank you, Catherine, with the super sticker. Thank you so much. Hakeem, to be honest, none of them, but if I had to, Christy, okay. I'm trying to stick with everybody that's in season 1. So no Marielle. Once again, thank you for the super sticker. I gotta play something for that.
You nail the motherfucking window shut, right?
All right. Let me get that off. All right, where we at? Going back here. All right, so the loop begins as Tabitha and Jim. I don't know why I wanted to call that man Tom for some reason. Tabitha and Jim, they go into town, and she just has this saucy look on her face. It's cracking me up. So of course they pull up outside, and the funeral is going on. We just lost Megan. She got her music box turned off by Granny. So yeah, and then of course Boyd sets them to go off to find out that there is no way out of no way. So and then of course they fall off. They run into Todd and Jade. They run them off the road. But I want to talk about the whole 2-car thing. I talked about that in just a little bit here. And then of course here I spoke about this earlier. I'm stuck. Why they do Ethan like that, man? They did these kids bad in this series, man. No one is excluded. So yeah, he has a whole table leg through his, thigh, whatever. So of course, this is building the suspense and everything like that. And so that's another point I give to this episode, just by doing something that we normally wouldn't see. And then of course, next we have Sarah here. Gotta turn off your music box, sir. So Todd and Jade are in the town. Todd is, laid up. I assume both of them were intoxicated to some point. We know Jade was high on something. But I know Todd, I remember him saying something about I shouldn't have did XYZ. She didn't let him finish his statement. So he was probably doing something he wasn't supposed to do. And then of course we know what happens after this. I'm trying to keep myself monetizable. So of course she jabbed him through the jugular, through the tongue. I was like, she was sick with the pick and the knives, And then after this, of course, it's getting close to night, and we get this part right here. I definitely would throw Kenny in the box for leaving those spikes out. So that was funny. And then after this, we end the episode with Boyd looking out that window. The monsters are coming, and this is where we go into the next episode here. I'm gonna try to get this out the way real soon, because there is a storm out here, and I don't know if my power is just gonna knock out. So okay, let's talk about this scene right here. At the beginning of episode 2, we had them running up to Colony House, of course, and we have the teenage boy right here, a monster, and he tells Julie, "You don't recognize me, or do you recognize me," or something like that. So do y'all think that was she was there before the whole loop theory? Do they know each other somehow and she doesn't know, or is this just the monster tricking them, basically getting into their head? Because Fatima does have a conversation with her later on in the kitchen or whatever, when she explains that she's her proxy or whatnot. And she says he called out your name or something like that. So this has happened to Fatima. So if it's just a thing that they do to everybody, I'm leaning more on the side that the monster was just messing with her head, but you never know. Next up here, I want to talk about this conversation Donna had with Tabitha here, and the whole question of, okay, do the monsters actually, I guess, kill the person, or of course it's always off screen, and then we see the rib cage exposed and all that stuff like that. So assuming Donna is not the mole, do you still think there's a mole? Assuming Donna is not the mole, which I don't think she is, she was telling this story about how she came with her sister and how she witnessed firsthand that the monster skinned her sister alive. So we definitely know that they kill the person or turn their music box off. And I'm inclined to believe that these monsters, they do all of that. All of that is happening. I guess they're taking their organs for some reason or whatever, because they're pretty much empty by the time you see them. But that's just one thing I wanted to bring up. Let's see. I think some of them were there before, says Hakeem. I definitely think that there's some type of loop in play here. Vibes 108, welcome. I'm pretty sure the monsters kill people. Yes, they do. I know they kill people. I think more of my question is what's going on with the whole it looks like organ harvesting. I spoke about this on the live, and that conversation Jade had with Tom, and Tom said, what's most precious is behind your heart, behind your ribs, or something like that. So I was talking about that on the season finale live. So I don't know. Where were we? All right. And let's go to Victor. Of course, we get Victor here the first time we see Victor. Now, it is said that, of course, he wasn't meant to be a mainstay as far as the cast is concerned. And just from this scene right here, I feel like that's what it was, because okay, season 2, you can see he has this childlike demeanor here. I didn't see that here. I just saw him as a creepy old guy, but I didn't see that childlike mentality till later on in the season. So I do think they initially had different plans for Victor, of course, and I'm glad he stayed. So definitely a phenomenal actor. Let's see. It's the way they kill. Yeah. They've killed many ways. Like Father Cartridge, the thing just did that and it was over with. So but we still haven't physically seen them on camera just ripping out, whatever. They can easily snap your neck, but the majority of kills are exactly the same. Okay. Do you think Victor? Doesn't seem like a complete question. Okay. All right. And then after this, we get the dream about the boy, the Lake of Tears. I have to say the boy in tears. The Lake of Tears, and he's talking about the drawings, and but the part I want to focus on is this whole spider thing. We've seen, I guess you can see, we've seen evidence of a spider with the webs at the end of season 1. So is there a spider roaming around that we have yet to see? I don't know, but Ethan did mention it. So when Ethan speaks, you should listen. So, but we have yet to physically see a spider of some sort. Do I think that's what's going on with these kids? I think it seems like they're being sacrificed. The way it looks to me, just going back to season 2, I don't really think I spoke on that, on what that vision meant when they were laying on the tabs. It looks like they're being sacrificed or they're being abducted or something along those lines. Are they being gobbled up by spiders? I don't know. I don't think that's it, but I don't know. Then after this, we get this scene with Victor drawing, and I have a comment that I need to answer. So this comes from Burton Moore. And I think this was the picture he was talking about. I looked back at this comment and I was like, maybe he's talking about another picture, but initially this is what I was thinking of when you said this. What are your thoughts about the one picture Victor, the one Victor picture showing the town with the tunnels with a snow globe, not implying they are in a snow globe, but what are some about get my I can't read today. But what about some demi-plane terrarium? Mostly because I rarely see a metaphor in his drawings. In fact, it's the only picture I can remember seeing that couldn't have been a memory. Okay. And of course, I take none of Victor's pictures as metaphors. So if he draws it, he's either seen it or some type of vision or something like that. So that is something to be said. Just going back to these wrong picture. Just going back to this picture right here. It seems like the houses are like in its own globe. So I don't know. I'm thinking about like different I guess pockets. I think that does have something to do with but like Fromland. I don't think there's just one Fromland. I think there's different pockets, different timelines. I think that's what possibly Tabitha is going to run into season 3, assuming she's out of From. I think she's out of From. I think she's in the real world. Some people think she's in a coma. I think she's in the real world and she has to get back. But go check out the From Lost video I did if y'all want me to display more on that. But do you think Victor's personality changed for Ethan's safety, or was it because of Tabitha's influence on him as a mother figure? You mean when he I definitely think some things changed about him when Tabitha came on the scene, as he did see her as a mother figure. But I'm assuming you mean when he seemed to change more childlike, I guess. I guess Ethan could have had something to do with this. I think there's definitely some type of connection as far as Ethan, Victor, the boy in white, things of that nature. Let's move on here. All right, next up. Now let's talk about Kenny's father here. In this scene, and even before this, when Todd was laying on the bed and he's like, "No, I don't like him. I don't like him. He made a mess," or something like that. So, do y'all think Kenny's dad was able to maybe see things that, I guess you could say, a third eye type of deal, or was it just a dimension? Maybe I'm reaching too far. And in this scene, he was talking to the lady here about the universal language of playing chess, and then out of nowhere he like started speaking, I believe it's Cantonese, and I was trying to figure out, okay, let me see what he's saying. And of course, if you have an iPhone, you have the Translate app, so I put the Translate app up to the speaker and what I got, I don't know if this is accurate, but it seemed like he said, "Not now, I'm playing with a guest." That's what I got from it. So but yeah, do y'all think Kenny's dad maybe saw something? I think she's in the real world will meet someone that escaped the island. LOL. You definitely need to go check out the From Lost episode 2. Go check that out. But yeah, Eloise. All right. Let's go into I'm almost wrapped up here, y'all. And of course, after this, we get Kenny and Boyd, and I don't know, let me pull up my thumbnail here if I got it. There it is. Kenny just looks badass with that axe in his hand. I definitely had to put it on the thumbnail, but yeah, Kenny was talking about how his dad and his upbringing, and about he would always beat him at chess, and then it's only so many moves they can make on the board. So I like the analogy that he brought up. And of course, after this, we get a scene here. Well, before I go into, I do remember it was a question I wanted to ask. Do y'all think Kenny was wrong for I guess denying his heritage? Of course, when he moved to America, I think his dad said his name was Fuhan. Fuhan. And he changed his name to Kenny, of course, to be more American. I don't know. Y'all think Kenny's an asshole for that? All right. I bet Kenny's dad could see things that others couldn't. That's why they wanted him taken out. Ooh, okay. Okay. Now that I think about it, I was supposed to ask that. These two cars and the voices. Why are the voices good or the voices bad? I'm trying to see, because you can argue that they wanted certain people taken out. Just say Kenny's dad, for instance, or Todd. Do you think it's something special about these people that came in the two cars? Maybe these voices wanted them eliminated. Perhaps. Who knows? Don't even worry about it in the building. It's a normal thing in Canada. The Asian community also changed their names to. Okay, got you. I thought Kenny was just being an asshole. All right. Let's talk about this last scene here. No, it's not the last. It's next to the last, but pretty interesting conversation here between Sarah and Nathan here that I want to connect to season 2. So let's play this video real quick and y'all tell me if there is a correlation. 1 second here. Here we go. Oh, that's not a video. That is it's a still shot, sir. All right.
You know the story about the little girl in a room filled with broken glass? She knows the broken pieces used to mean something. She knows there's something they must have been. But all she can see are the shards.
It's a way of reorienting my perspective. I'm trying to find a different way to look at this symbol.
But she keeps on trying. She keeps trying because she knows there's an answer. She knows there's a shape they used to make.
Sarah.
I hear their voices. And it's just like the broken glass.
All right. So what do y'all think about that? About the broken glasses and putting it together? Other than that, we got one more scene here. And of course, Mr. Boy in White himself. I'm wearing white because I'm good. Do y'all think the boy? I don't trust this kid, man. I don't trust him. And then he just, even in this scene right here, I felt very evil vibes with this kid, man. But the boy in white is not what he seems. And we will see in season 3, guys. But let me go ahead and read any final comments before I get up out of here. Not really. It's a common thing. People change their names to fit in. Okay, we're still talking about Kenny. All right. I mean, the way he's standing. Some shiny stuff. Exactly, man. It's just smoke and mirrors. It's smoke and mirrors. Look, this is not Lost. This is not Jacob in the white and the man in black wearing black. It's not that simple this time. I think they flipped it. They made him wear white to kind of throw us off. It's all kind of red herrings in this series. So that's just one of them, I believe, anyway. He's a damn stifler that's catching bodies while appearing nice. Exactly. All right, guys. I'm the only one who thinks that he's good-ish. Okay. All right. Well, before I get up out of here, once again, thanks Catherine Lopez for the super sticker. For those of you on the replay, make sure to hit that super thanks. Also, memberships are opening soon. And y'all might want to stick around for that announcement. I'm also doing the From Awards. So when I finalize things, From Awards, those any membership will be able to nominate the character in the categories, but I'm still working on it. So just stick around for that. But memberships are coming soon. So still getting used to this whole monetization thing. All right. Awesome stream and chat. Thank you, sir. We are getting ready to get out of here. I sure enjoyed you guys, and we will be back for episode 2. I will try to bring my guest next time. From Land got him, so it's just me today. But I enjoy rocking with y'all. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.
You nailed the motherfucking window shut, Frank!